What's the show? How?
I was getting.
I listen to a lot of people.
It's Kid Craddock in the morning.
Cason got into his first fight with his uncle.
A fight?
Yeah, like a fight.
How old's the uncle?
Uncle is 2 months younger than Cason.
2 months younger.
My brother.
It's the kitty cartel.
Cason has an uncle who's younger than him.
Yeah, he's 2 months younger than Cason.
How old's Cason?
Cason is 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah,
and his uncle is 1 and 3 months.
Right.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah, so he's got that, and then he's got an uncle.
Is he going to call him uncle? Like,
I don't know.
Uncle Julio.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's gonna. I guess you call him cousin because it's just kind of weird to call him your uncle when you're younger than him.
Uncle Cousin.
Is it Uncle Julio or is that trademarked?
Uncle Julio?
Yeah, that's probably trademarked.
Well, that's
Are you
not his
allowed to name?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. All right, I didn't know.
And my other brother's name is Max, and he's 4 years old.
Yeah.
So
what's he? The grandfather?
He's the other uncle.
Okay.
But so these two grew up together. So you know when you have an older brother, you get beat up a lot.
Yeah.
And so the little one, he's already all about the hitting and getting revenge back or whatever. So the first thing he does when he meets Cason is they walk up and Cason wants to give him a hug because Cason's a lover.
He's a lover.
Cason's a lover. That's what we've taught him to do, and he hasn't really been around other boys that
No,
are.
you didn't teach him that.
are
You're
feisty.
a lover, and he's a lover.
I'm a
That's
lover.
how it is. Kenzie's a
All little
lover.
kids are lovers, or
Yeah.
or not.
So Cason goes up to give him a hug, and first thing homeboy does is just bop,
He pops him.
pops him right in the face.
Dang.
And Cason just kind of sat there, looked back at me,
shocked him,
and I was kind of shocked. I was like,
Like something bad just happened to me,
my
Dad.
son just got hit by my brother.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do.
Your brother. Yeah, your little
My little brother.
Yeah.
And
Whose
so
side do you take?
I
in
don't
this
know who to take.
situation?
That's my
right.
brother and that's my son.
Well, you take your own son's
I know.
side, obviously.
Well, against your brother?
And so
Sure.
we were all very shocked. And Cason just puts his hands over his mouth and just starts crying. And I'm like, oh, man, we're supposed to swing back.
Hit
bro.
him back, yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
And
Man up,
that,
dude.
That ended up happening like every time they got near each other. I mean, you would see Cason playing, and then you would see little Enrique coming up behind him, looking around.
Enrique, huh?
like he was about to pounce,
Yeah.
and then he would jump, bop, 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 boom, throw
Sneaky.
Cason down.
And just throw him down.
Yeah, and
You
he's
gotta get Cason in self-defense now.
in his head, he's playing, and that's he just horses around with his
Wrestling.
big brother, and Cason's not used to that. And so I finally, one of the times we were in the room by ourselves, and he hit Cason, and I was like, "Nah, little man."
It's very effective.
So I grabbed him by the hand, and I was like, "You hit my son, I'm gonna get you back right in your little mouth, my man."
Yeah.
And I know that's wrong.
Did you go to jail for that?
I lost my cool.
Yeah.
I lost my cool, but he understood. I think because he hit Cason about 5 minutes later.
Wow.
So yesterday, finally, when we're on our way home from from the restaurant, they're sitting next to each other in the car seats. Once again, Enrique, my little brother.
Boy, Enrique's a little thug, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's
He's like the little twist of this group.
It's one of those.
Gangsta's
energy.
Paradise playing in the
Yeah.
background.
When the kid's bigger, you got to test the boundaries until you have no reason to do anything else. So he pinches. I see him in the
yeah.
rearview mirror. He pinches Cason,
Uh-huh.
and Cason finally lost it.
Yeah.
He goes, "No!"
Yeah.
and turns and just starts wailing.
There you go. There you go, Cason.
And I'm
There
sitting
you
there
go.
driving, and we're all like, "Hey, you've been beat up all weekend long. We're gonna let you get your thing back." And he just went back, boom, 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 boom.
Enrique didn't have a 9, did he?
No, he didn't. But he laughed at all the entire beating. He was just laughing
He
the
laughed
entire
the whole time.
Yeah.
Wow.
But at least
Son
Cason
can't throw a
finally.
punch.
He doesn't take Cason seriously.
No, he didn't.
Casey get hit like my mama.
My son don't hit.
No.
He's a lover.
I have all older brothers and sisters. All older.
So you got beat up
I'm
when
the
you were a
baby.
kid.
Yeah, I got beat up a lot, mostly by Gary.
Yeah.
Who's listening right now. He listens every day.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary, what's up? And Gary, we had a long hallway. My bedroom is at the very end of the hallway, right? And the living room is at the other end. So I have to go down that hallway to get out to the house where the kitchen and the living room and the outside is. I hated going down that hallway because I would start walking down the hallway and suddenly my brother would appear in the doorway. And he would be in a 3-point football position.
Oh, man.
And he would go, 325. It was always 325. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's his play. That's his play.
325. 325. And I'd be like, no. And you know what my brother would do before he'd do this? He would lock every door in the hallway so that I couldn't go anywhere, get away.
So it's you one-on-one.
And he was 7 years older than me. So I'm 4, he's 11, and I just go flying against the back wall.
Yep.
And then one time my dad saw it, and I'm laying on the ground, and I'm crying, sniffling. I got a bloody nose, I think. My brother's sitting there standing over
Laughing.
me. And then we hear from the other end of the hall, 325.
Oh, yes.
It was my dad.
Dad's going to get Gary.
6 foot 2 inch, 230-pound dad.
Your dad was tall.
Yeah, I know. What happened? The UPS guy was short. He figured it out. Gets in the 3-point stance.
Uh-huh.
Gary, before my dad ever said hike, was crying.
Good.
I'm standing on the back
Yeah.
wall. Well, it didn't really work out that great because my dad hit Gary so hard he threw him against me and pounded me into the back wall again.
Yeah, but Gary
But
learned.
even though I was crying, Gary was hurt worse.
Yeah.
So I loved it.
So Gary learned.
So that's how you do it.
I know, but they're still so young. They're 1, so it's hard to teach a 1-year-old
Yeah.
that
To reason.
Yeah, to reason,
Yeah.
and they'll eventually, once they get to be 3 or 4, they'll start being able to reason stuff. So they're
Right.
just Cason will learn eventually.
Maybe.
Subscribe now for more videos from Kid Craddock in the Morning. And check us out at kidnation.com. It's Kid Craddock in the Morning.